Imagine that the person who's supposed to protect you is the very same person planning to kill you. Imagine your own uncle killing your father right in front of your eyes and convincing you that you were the one responsible. This isn't just an ordinary fictional story. It's one of the harshest betrayals ever presented in animated films. But the real question here is, was Scar just a villain? Or did he truly believe he was the one who deserved the throne? Watch the video until the end so you don't miss how all the events connect together. And Scar's confession in front of everyone that he was the one who killed Mufasa. Now let's go back to the beginning and see how this tragedy started. Everything began on the day of a huge celebration in the Pride Lands. All the animals gathered under the African sun. They were celebrating the birth of the young lion Simba, the son of the king of the jungle Mufasa. The old mandrill presents him to the animals, and they all bow before him. Then Scar, Simba's uncle, appears, clearly very upset. The bird Zazu flies in to inform him that King Mufasa is coming to see him because Scar didn't attend the celebration, and he needs to have a strong excuse to tell the king. Mufasa enters and asks Scar why he didn't attend the ceremony. Scar responds coldly, saying that he forgot and didn't remember that the event was happening today. Mufasa becomes annoyed by his response and tells him that this cub will be the future king of the kingdom. The next day, Simba goes to wake up his father and mother. His father takes him to the highest point in the kingdom, and King Mufasa begins explaining the boundaries of the land to Simba. He tells him that everything they can see before them, wherever the sun shines, belongs to them. One day, Simba will become the king of all of it. Simba then asks about the dark area beyond the borders. Mufasa warns him and tells him that this is the only place he must never go to or even approach. Mufasa continues walking with Simba and explains that a king must respect all creatures, from the smallest ant to the largest animal. At that moment, Zazu arrives to deliver the king's morning report. Mufasa asks him to turn around, and then he teaches Simba how to pounce on him. Zazu falls over, and the king laughs. Suddenly, an animal emerges from underground to report that the hyenas have appeared. Mufasa immediately orders Simba to go back. Simba asks to go with him, but his father refuses. Simba becomes very upset, but Zazu tells him that one day he will become king, and then he will be able to chase the hyenas himself. Simba then goes to his uncle Scar and tells him that he will become king after his father, and that his father showed him the entire kingdom. Scar replies and says that Mufasa surely didn't show him the northern area. Simba tells him that his father actually warned him not to go there. Scar then says that only brave lions go to that place because it contains the elephant graveyard. He asks Simba to promise that this secret will stay between them. Simba then goes to his friend Nala and asks her to come play with him. He asks his mother if they can go for a walk, and she agrees on one condition, that they take Zazu with them. On the way, Simba tells Nala that they're going to the elephant graveyard and that they first need to get rid of Zazu. Suddenly, Zazu appears, having overheard them. He tells them that what they're doing is wrong and dangerous. Simba responds by saying that he loves adventure. Suddenly, the hyenas appear. Zazu flies away while Simba and Nala try to escape, but the hyenas chase after them. At the perfect moment, Mufasa arrives and saves them. He orders the hyenas never to come near his son again. After that, Mufasa orders Zazu to take Nala back home. Then he sits with Simba and scolds him, telling him that he disappointed him, put Nala in danger, and disobeyed his orders. Simba responds by saying that he was trying to be brave like him. Mufasa tells him that true bravery means being brave at the right moment, and only then. Then he asks Simba to look up at the stars, and tells him that all the great kings are watching over them from those stars, and that they will guide him toward the right path. After that, Scar goes to the hyenas and gives them some meat as a gift, then asks them to kill Mufasa. Later, he takes Simba to an empty place, saying he has prepared a big surprise for him. Suddenly, the hyenas appear, and the animals begin running away in panic. Simba tries to escape with them. Scar then runs to inform Mufasa about what's happening. King Mufasa rushes in to save his son, and he actually succeeds in rescuing Simba, but he cannot save himself. He asks his brother Scar to help him, but instead, Scar throws him off the cliff. Mufasa dies. Simba runs to his father and tries to wake him up, but he soon realizes that his father is dead. He keeps calling out and looking for someone to help him, but no one answers. At that moment, Scar convinces Simba that he was the one responsible for his father's death. He tells him to run away. Simba immediately runs and escapes. Scar then orders the hyenas to kill Simba, but Simba manages to outrun them and escape. After that, Scar declares himself king and announces that the new era will include an alliance between the lions and the hyenas. Later, Timon and Pumbaa appear and find Simba lying on the ground. They decide to help him. When he wakes up, they see that he is very sad, so they tell him that he must forget the past, look forward, and live by the motto Hakuna Matata. When Simba asks them what Hakuna Matata means, they tell him it means living without worries and not carrying troubles in your heart. They take him to live with them, and Simba grows up among them. Later, Zazu appears while singing for Scar while being imprisoned. Scar becomes very annoyed when Zazu mentions Mufasa. At that moment, the hyenas enter and ask for food. They tell Scar that there is absolutely no food left in the land, but Scar angrily yells at them and sends them away. After that, we move to another scene where Pumbaa asks Timon about the stars in the sky. Timon replies that they are glowing bugs stuck onto a big blanket in the sky. When they ask Simba, he tells them what his father once told him when he was little. Then Nala suddenly appears, chasing Pumbaa in order to hunt him. Simba defends him, and he ends up fighting with Nala. After a while, they realize they are childhood friends. Nala recognizes that he is Simba, and Simba introduces her to Timon and Pumbaa. Nala tells him that everyone thought he was dead, and that Scar told them a false story. She explains that there is no food or water left in the kingdom, and all the animals are suffering. She tells Simba that he must return because he is the rightful king. But Simba refuses. He tells her that she doesn't understand the truth, that he cannot return, and that he is not the king. Suddenly, the old mandrill Rafiki appears. He tells Simba that he knew his father very well, and asks Simba to follow him. He promises that if Simba believes him, he will show him his father. Simba runs after him until they reach a small pool of water. When Simba looks into the water and sees his reflection, Rafiki tells him that his father is alive inside him. At that moment, Mufasa appears in the sky and asks Simba to return. He tells him that he is the true king. After that, Rafiki tells him that the past is something you either learn from or run away from. At that moment, Simba decides to return and challenge his uncle Scar. When he comes back, he finds the land has become dark and miserable. There is no greenery or life like before. Timon, Pumbaa, and Nala decide to help him. Timon and Pumbaa distract the hyenas to keep them away, while Simba goes to confront Scar. He finds Scar treating his mother badly, and his mother realizes that Simba is still alive. Simba asks Scar to step down from the throne, but Scar refuses. Simba then admits in front of everyone that he believes he was responsible for his father's death. Scar tries to push him off the cliff, just like he did before, but he fails to kill him. Simba then forces Scar into a corner, until Scar finally confesses in front of all the animals that he was the one who killed Mufasa. Scar truly admits it, and then tries to escape, but Simba chases him. After a powerful confrontation, Simba defeats him and leaves him to the hyenas, who decide to attack him and eat him. In the end, Simba becomes the king. He marries Nala, and they have a young cub. Life finally returns to the kingdom once again.